If I'm dating someone, I fully expect them to be my biggest fan in the entire world. Like, no matter what I do. I could take out the trash one time and you have to clap for me. Give me attention. If I'm not a special prince to you, what am I? A nothing burger? I am awesome sauce. Your partner should be your biggest hype man. I don't understand when that's not the case. That really freaks me out. Like, if you're not gonna cheer me on, you're gone. Because I'm gonna cheer me on better than you ever could. Like, get with the program. If you're not gonna treat me as good as I treat myself, you're gone. You're good. And if we really want to get into the deeper subject matter here, I think this goes back into inner child healing. Because when you're a kid and if you have like a good parent, like ideally everything you do is like remarkable. Like if you do a twirl, it's like, wow, bro. If you make a shitty little drawing, it's like, bro, this is Picasso. So what, you're gonna try and spend the rest of my life with someone they're not gonna hype me up? Are you literally joking? Little me would not approve of that. Absolutely not. And no, this doesn't have to happen all the time, okay? And what about me? Don't bean soup me in the comments. This soup is not even made of beans, bro. It's made of love.
Confusing a romantic partner with a biological father is a level of regression that usually requires clinical intervention. The obsession with inner child healing acts as a convenient mask for a narcissist who needs a permanent audience to simp over her mediocre existence. A grown adult expecting a standing ovation for taking out the trash treats a boyfriend like a captive parent forced to hang a terrible drawing on the fridge. This demand for constant validation turns a partner into a contractually obligated laugh track for a one-woman show that nobody bought tickets to see.
As a society, we need to bring back men who simp and men who yearn. Like my dad, every time I'm home, my dad is the OG simp and yearner for my mother and honestly for his daughters. He does everything for us. This morning, I was just gonna run out and get a coffee and he was like, oh, the windshields have ice on them. It frosted last night. Let me go take care of that for you. Goes, puts on a coat, puts on shoes, goes outside, warms up my car, moves it closer from the street, opens and closes the windows, everything, so that when I got in the car, it was good to go. He's the kind of husband who brings my mom a chai tea latte in bed every day because he gets up early and she sleeps in. And then he makes her a smoothie every single day. Like, he will drive me back to Chicago if I don't feel like renting a car. Like, they just don't breed them like this anymore. Like, men used to go to war and now they go to shows and watch other boys push buttons on a little screen to make music.
Men are actually simping and yearning all over the place, but those guys are completely invisible to women with this specific type of delusion. They can't actually say it, but the reality is that what they demand is a top-tier, high-value man to simp and yearn for them. Regular good men would happily devote their lives to women, but these divas likely get the ick the moment men showed too much availability, complaining that the cream of the crop won't simp while aggressively ignoring the average men who actually do is the definition of cognitive dissonance. High-value men don't need to beg for attention, and the men who do beg aren't the ones she wants to be seen with. So have fun trying to show the world you enjoy being single for the rest of your life.
A man that believes in 50-50 does not like you. She's going to tolerate you, and he's going to take your money, and he's going to build himself on your back. Do you understand what I'm saying? He don't like you. If you were his dream woman, he wouldn't dare ask you to pay for nothing. If you liked you 10 times more, he wouldn't risk losing you over no 50-50 BS, baby. So, does he like you? No, we don't. Is he roommate material? Yes, he is. You can roommate with him and date other men. That is not the material, baby. It's roommate gust material. Do not claim that man. If you're paying for anything in your own house and a grown, able-bodied man is living there, that's not your man, that's your roommate. That you should be able to date, because he can't provide for you. He's leaving room for someone else to step in and do his job. You know what I'm saying? So you're with a man, nobody else should be able to come up to you and say, oh, you need help with your bills? A man should not be able to come into your face and outdo the man you living with because he can't do nothing for you, okay? That's not your man, that's your roommate dependent. Don't claim it. That's just a dude living with you. It's not your man. You know what's going to make him mad? Let me tell y'all. Use some reverse psychology on these dudes. If y'all are in a relationship going 50-50 with a man, don't claim him as your man. Just call him your roommate in front of his face. But that's not your man. That's your roommate. Okay?
Gentlemen, let me just remind you that owning a cow is more expensive than buying milk. This entire rant is just a frantic attempt to rebrand financial parasitism as high standards by calling a man a dependent while demanding he pay every single bill. The absolute delusion of labeling him a roommate because he won't fully subsidize her existence proves that her companionship has a strict price tag attached to it. The irony here is that she views a relationship as a hostage negotiation where the ransom is her monthly rent. If a man paying his fair share makes him a roommate, then she's clearly looking for a landlord rather than a husband.
I'm trying so hard here to figure out what the actual fuck is wrong with men. Like, what the fuck is wrong with men? Just what the fuck is wrong with men? I'm gonna give you a little bit of context. This guy started pursuing me, right? And there's been no ask out of a date. I literally told him I am free tonight. Till 9:30, and he just said to me, enjoy the peace. Am I the issue? Like, why? Like, okay, so what's the point in talking to somebody if you're not planning on meeting up with them? I'm giving you my free time, telling you I'm free for a few hours, and I get back. Enjoy the peace. Enjoy the peace. If someone's not interested in you, don't fucking pursue them, and don't act like you want to see them and then say, oh yeah, I'll make plans, but then never make plans. Like, bro, like, do you just like the attention? I am so done with dating, and I haven't even been on a date, and I'm so done with dating. If you say you want to see someone, then actually follow through and see said person. Fuck my actual chungus life.
Telling a man you're free until 9:30 like it's a generous limited time offer is exactly why he chose the peace over the headache. Enjoy the peace isn't a cryptic code from a confused admirer. It's a polite dismissal from a guy who realized the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. You're confusing a text conversation with a pursuit, and his lack of urgency proves that your free time isn't the prize you think it is. He didn't fail to follow through. He actively decided that sitting in silence was a better use of his evening than rushing to meet your curfew. If a man wants to see you, he'll move mountains, but this one wouldn't even move off his couch.
I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they are in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the fuck were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy in a man's body? Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every fucking time? I'm so tired. Because from what I've also learned about guys is that they know right away. They know pretty early on if they see it with you or they don't, and they're not going to waste their fucking time if they don't see it, right? And I'm not talking about like just keeping you around, kind of breadcrumbing you just to like be able to get into your pants so that, you know, you go out on a night out so that they can text you at 2 a.m. and you come over. I'm just saying, like, I've gone through enough, I've been through enough that like I know the difference. I can usually spot the difference. I'm talking about guys that are coming over, cooking me dinner, hanging out multiple times a week, going on dates, paying for things. I'm meeting their friends, they're meeting my friends. Like, very much dating, right? So you can do all of the long-term relationship-y things with me, but then turn around and say you don't see the long-term relationship with me. Everyone's like, oh my god, Lindsay, how do you deal with heartache? How do you deal with like getting rejected and getting your feelings hurt? I like don't handle it well, but the more it happens, the better I become at just like fucking letting it go. I used to always turn it around and be like, okay, well, what happened and why me and what did I do wrong and why didn't he like me? Now, there's no rhyme or reason. I've literally learned that it is nothing to do with me. And that's not to say I'm perfect. That's not to say that like, you know, everyone has to like me, but it doesn't matter honestly what they tell me. It doesn't make it any better. So asking them like what went wrong, save yourself the fucking time. Save yourself the text message. Save yourself. They're gonna lie. You're never gonna get the real truth. Sucks to get excited about someone and to really put your time and energy and for it to be reciprocated and for it to be going well and then for it to be taken away from you without you understanding and without getting any type of like good reason. Because most likely it has nothing to do with you. Because honestly, I think he could see a long-term relationship with me because he wouldn't have done all that shit if he couldn't have. And it's something that he needs to deal with within himself. Either one, he's not ready for a long-term relationship, period. Not because it's with you, with anyone. And maybe you were the first girl that he actually started to see and feel a long-term relationship with, and he panicked. He freaked out. He had put his foot in the water and he panicked and got cold feet and basically blamed it on you. When in reality, he might have some unhealed trauma, isn't over his ex-girlfriend, is stressed out. Like, you never fucking know, but most of the time the guy is not going to take the responsibility or take the time to probably self-reflect and deep dive into why he can't see a relationship with you when you guys get along like a house on fire, and he probably won't find someone that he gets along better with in a while. And maybe he'll figure it out later and, you know, and be like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. But by that point, it's going to be too fucking late. So I can sit here and boo-hoo and be upset and, you know, and try to hope that he figures out what he lost, or just understand that the person that you're meant to be with won't fucking, like, let you go and will realize how special the person in front of them is and won't do shit like this.
What they fail to realize is that men have found a way to treat relationships like a streaming service free trial. I think this has become the standard operating procedure. So of course these women are shocked when the user cancels before the billing cycle kicks in. He wasn't simping by cooking dinner or meeting the friends. He was performing the necessary due diligence to see if the juice was worth the squeeze. The reality is that he took the car for a test drive, noticed the check engine light came on, and decided to hand back the keys rather than buy the lemon. Blaming unhealed trauma is just a convenient delusion to mask the fact that he reviewed the terms of service and refused to sign the contract. He audited the relationship, saw the red flags in 4K, and decided to liquidate the asset immediately.
We genuinely need to bring back public shaming, because what are these men doing? Genuinely, what are these men doing? Like, how come when you're in a talking stage, the first 2 weeks are like heaven? Like, they do everything right. They take you out. They take initiative. They're just amazing. As soon as those 2 weeks are up, no. Me and this guy recently started going out, right? It's very new. He was the one that initiated the first 2 dates. He was the one that asked me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like ask him to go out for the third time. Like, I wanted to know that I'm also interested. So I asked him, and he's like, oh yeah, I think the 26th would work for me. Like, I know it's the holidays, it's busy, like, it's fine, I know that. A few days ago, I think literally 2 days ago, I asked him, like, I follow up, I'm like, hey, not to be pushy or anything, but like, did you still want to go out? And he's like, not gonna lie, low-key no. And I'm like, okay. Okay, like, okay. But then this motherfucker still texts me. He's still texting me. But the thing is that he's such a bad texter. And when I mean he's a bad texter, he will leave you undelivered for hours. I've been undelivered for 14 fucking hours. What is this behavior? Who am I? Why are you playing in my face? I genuinely couldn't care less. If you don't want to see me, that's fine. Like, if you don't want to see me, I don't want to see you either. But my question is, why are you still texting me? Like, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to entertain you. I'm not going to entertain whatever you've got going on. I'm not going to be here and accept this bullshit. Like, oh, why can't you just tell him? Communicate. Communication's great. I'm not going to communicate asking you to put in more effort, asking you to like me. What am I doing? That's fucking embarrassing. I'm going to be out here, hey, can you please, like, show that you like me? Absolutely fucking not, bro. Absolutely. Like, who do you think I am? Do good men even exist anymore? Like, I don't know where these men find the audacity. I don't know who raised you. I don't know why you're treating people like this. I am so sick and tired of all these talking stages and like having to talk to new people all the fucking time, only for them to all end up being the same. It's like, you think that a guy's different, and then after those 2 weeks, I'm telling you, those 2 weeks are the most important. Like, you have to stick around after to see who they actually are. That's where they start showing their true colors. Why am I still talking to these people? Why am I still entertaining these men? Why am I still giving my energy to these men? So entering 2026, I will be celibate. I have re-virginified myself. And
Getting hit with a direct low-key no and still analyzing the text latency is the romantic equivalent of loitering in the lobby after getting fired. He is using the conversation as a digital fidget spinner to kill boredom while he pursues the actual target. Declaring re-virginification because a 2-week situationship hit the expiration date is just a dramatic rebranding of being involuntarily benched. The 14-hour response time confirms the priority queue for a fan in the stands versus a player on the field. He keeps texting because validation is free currency, and he's collecting it from everyone willing to donate.